Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum (TEIF) and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Series is the CyberSec Professional. Theme is Beyond Firewalls and Protocols, Guarding the Digital Front. We have with us Ravi Bhushan, Chief Information Security Officer (CISO) and Data Protection Officer (DPO) at Wibmo, a PayU company. He has over 20 years of experience and has played a pivotal role in shaping cybersecurity frameworks, risk management for industry giants from Barclays to KPMG. So, welcome, Ravi, to today's coffee conversation.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Amir, for inviting me. It's really a great opportunity to engage with you in this meeting.
Okay. You must be aware of the two formats. So, there is one more round that is a rapid fire where you have to be witty, funny, and quick. We got inspired from other shows, and you get to win this book. Is Your Organ Cyber Healthy? Which will be I'll autograph and send to you. So please go through.
Perfect.
So, friends, I am Lion Amir Virani, host of Coffee Conversation, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 ebooks. So, Ravi, my first question for your professional journey round: what inspired you to enter the field of cybersecurity and technology risk management?
Well, so I joined IBM as my first company after finishing my college, right? So, and I was very much process oriented in whatever I used to do, and I got an award also for my process oriented quality work, right? So. Later on, when I was being interviewed for KPMG, then I learned the entire business processes, how technology comes into the picture, and the risk at the various stages, and the controls at the various stages. So then I could relate that whatever I was doing in IBM in a subconscious way, I could put a name to all those things, So I felt that, look, this is the place I need to be. Technology risk is my future, because coming from a tech background, so I'm still dealing with technology, and then I'm dealing with risk also, which is inherently I was anyway doing in IBM, and then I found a mechanism to relate with the business processes. So that was the a key realization that I want to be in this space henceforth. And then, of course, joined Barclays, then became CISO, and so that and the journey took in this direction. But that was the key drifting point, when during the interview of KPMG.
Wow. Okay. What does the day look like for Ravi?
Look, so the day starts with a stand-up call with my team in terms of understanding what challenges they are facing, provide them direction, guidance, support, right? So, and then of course there are meetings with respect to the security design for some of the key projects or new projects which are coming up, and then how the infrastructure security ongoing that we are doing. Is there any support required? The team requires any support? And then a lot of drives on the application security, then meeting with customer, and a lot of Wibmo supporting 300 banks. So many times the meeting with customer, especially banks, and also, RBI is very keen in, providing guidance and regulations for in the banking and the fintech sector. So meeting with even RBI along with the banks to whom we are supporting. So that's also part of the day, as well as meeting with businesses when they need some support in terms of approvals, some critical items. So yeah, typically this is the way the days are packed up, and it just goes on, and then the next day comes. So that's a cycle.
Wow. So let's continue the conversation. Can you share a bit about your work on PCI, DSS, and other payment technology standards?
Certainly. So I think Wibmo was one of the very few fintechs in India and abroad to get into PCI DSS 4.0, which is the latest standard in the PCI DSS. So we got this certifications last year, and this year as well we have sustained it. Of course, this is much more enhanced version of the earlier PCI DSS 3.2.1. From a PII perspective, from the security design perspective. So I think this was one of the key work. In addition to that, hardware security module, which is the HSM, which is one of the key component of the security architecture these days. So we also have a certification with regard to that, which is PCI 3DS. And the entire software development, because we are a platform company, the entire software development processes was also certified by PCI SSLC. So that ensures that as a entity, as a company, we are following the secure software development methodology. So these are the three certifications we have from a PCI perspective, and we are happy to sustain this through our rigorous and comprehensive processes year by year.
Wow. Okay, let's continue. This regarding this ISO 27001 and GDPR. How do you implement these things at Wibmo?
So I think for any new things, the first thing is to perform a gap assessment. It's like if you don't know where you are, no map will help, right? So performing a gap assessment, see what are the gaps at the against those regulation standards. So that was one thing perform, and then we remediated the gaps. And of course, some of them were required a process fixing, some of them required putting a technology solution. So we remediated it, and then call the certification body, or assurance body to know how to perform the final assessment. So these are the three key steps because when we did this a few years back, it was the first time we were doing it. And so, yeah, these are the three key, very broad but important steps of this process that we applied to achieve this.
Wow. Okay. Now, Ravi, how do you approach managing diverse, globally distributed teams with varied cultural backgrounds?
Yeah, I think the last few words like cultural background you mentioned, right? So I think we need to understand their psychology,
Yeah.
the culture that they are coming from, because uh, every engagement there's a human being behind that, right? So I'll give you one example. That example comes from my stint in KPMG. I used to go to various countries outside India, and one of them was China, where I used to go and do an audit. There, I felt that when I'm asking questions and they don't know the answer, they just start crying. Literally, they just start crying. I said, I don't know what to do. Then I learned over a period of time that, okay, I need to keep a smiling face all the time. Whatever questions I have, that's different thing, but I need to have a smiling face. And that was one thing I would like to share. Second thing is that when I used to engage with them, and especially with their CEO, who was originally from Japan, so I had certain Japanese norms. I was quite fascinated. The way the ways they have dinner. They don't sit on the dining table. They sit on the floor with the legs, below the normal floor. So those things I shared, with them over a dinner, and also they could find a connection. So there has to be some connection point at the cultural level before we get into work level. So that is the one of the key things. And then of course you need to have a good project plan. There has to be a regular cadence to drive that milestones of the projects, and we need to have a patience, because you don't expect things to happen the way speedy timeline, the way you expect it, right? If you want to achieve 80% but you achieve 60%, be patient, reiterate, because saying something from here and ensuring that it lands on their context, right? So more we understand their context, it's better our messages can land. So So these are some of the tips or tactics that I felt it's very useful in managing a diverse team.
Wow, that was beautiful. Uh, Building a connection is more important, understanding the culture and accepting. And because I've been watching a lot of Netflix series, Korean, Japanese, Indonesian. I'm learning a lot of culture. And yes, so in every country has their culture. We have to watch and adapt. And
Yeah,
I know what they
appreciate.
have.
Maybe we might not adapt all of them, but at least appreciate that. Okay, for them this is good because the geographical condition they are into, or the climatic condition they are into. This is good for them. That may not be good for me sitting in India, but in the condition they are into, this is good for them. So appreciating them, that's very important. And over a period of time, I got a very good feedback, from the Japanese CEO and the CFO. She was Chinese, because as an auditor, I found a lot of issues, but still I got good feedback. Means that demonstrated that okay, somehow I think I found a way to connect with them. So that is a key aspect.
Wow. Just want to share this movie, this conversation. You must have also seen, I don't know, Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai, where he becomes a samurai, uh, the culture, everything. So what I was trying to say is, when you're visiting that country, you are accepting and behaving. They feel you're part of them.
Yes, part of them. Yes, we find a common ground to connect. So
Yeah. So
empathize, appreciate what they're doing. So these are key aspects.
beautiful, beautiful. So, viewers out there who are handling diverse cultural team, HR, cybersecurity, others, law professionals, uh, watch this episode. You get to know many more insights which Ravi will be sharing on how to handle diverse cultural teams. So, let's move on. How do you balance the technical demands of cybersecurity with the need for effective communication and stakeholder management?
So I think I will explain this with a with one analogy. I think I learned almost 20 years back. That is work breakdown structure, right? So if you have 10 steps, go into one of the steps detailed down, right? So I mean, here if you have a technical document, you have to find a way to prepare an abstract of it. What is the purpose? What is the objective? What actions we want the audience to take? And that is the abstract you want to communicate, right? And when you have abstract, uh, if you know what to communicate using that abstract, make it a detailed technical document. So it's like a tech document to abstract and abstract to. So wherever you are, you go to a reverse direction, and of course use abstracts to communicate, but you know what you want to achieve through the technical document. So that's where I would summarize.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. So, Ravi, in your opinion, what emerging trends in cybersecurity should organization prioritize in the next 5 years?
Well, 5 years is too long in cybersecurity. When things are changing, every moment. So 5 years is too long. But yeah, I mean, few things. I would say that with the globalization, there are a lot of opportunity has emerged. Having said that, a lot of challenges also have come up, right? So because there are multiple hops that you have to manage from a security point of view, from a compliance point of view, right? So having a robust security design is very important, whether you're in a banking sector, or a payment sector, or whichever sector. But that is one of the key aspects. And in addition to that, managing people, right? Because system will work the way you have designed it, right? But people awareness is one of the key aspects, and with AI powered lot of phishing attempts happening, right? Ensuring that the staff and the employees are well aware, about all this phishing attempt, because even one click on untrusted link can create a multiple threats. That system can be compromised. malicious actor can launch an attack from that to the peer system, then to the server. So one is that you stop it, prevent it, and if it happens, you have a layered security mechanism to tackle, address them at that stage itself. So these are some of the, mm, thought process to sum up from a security design, robust security architecture and design, to the human awareness. These are one of the two aspects I would say we need to continue to focus with globalization, with changing technologies, with diverse regulations coming. And third aspect I would say is that even if we can find a synergy, among various security related regulations across the globe, so that the internal effort in an organization can be optimized, channelized, so we can meet, the demand of the regulator of different jurisdiction with the most optimal internal, effort, because these are going to just increase. It's not going to reduce. So these are three aspects I would say is any organization, any sector, they need to focus on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's go back memory down the lane. What has been your proudest achievements which brings a smile when you reflect back during your 20 years of cybersecurity career?
Mm, So when I was in technology risk, head of risk for Barclays Bank in India, based out of Mumbai, I think that was a time when I got additional responsibility of CISO. That's why my CISO hat I started wearing, and that was all the time when I was doing my executive MBA from SPJ in Mumbai. So two roles, one education, family. 2 years was was a huge struggle. But if you look at, you know, at the end of it, it was a quite a fulfilling achievement across the industry as well as the personal knowledge and growth from from your mental horizon perspective. So that is one thing I would like to call out. Second is, I think when I moved to Pune to set up a team, that was, I set up a team from scratch. I was the first one to come in here to do it, and this team was supposed to meet the expectation of US and the APAC region. So finding right candidate who are motivated and who has fair knowledge of security as well as the compliance requirement of various jurisdictions like Singapore for mass regulations, for Japan, Korea, US from the Fed perspective. So being sitting in India, managing a team, creating a team, managing comes later, with the diverse knowledge and yet motivated, unifying that knowledge, to put in one direction to meet the, US and APAC customer expectation. So that was also a very, I would say, second proud moment, in setting up the team and then managing it for a couple of years.
Wow. Okay. So now, Ravi, continuing, how does your role as CISO intersect with your advisory position on the CISA, that is SISA Advisory Council?
I think CISA Advisory Council is primarily my engagement is to suggest what are the emerging trends and where they should focus on, and also reviewing some of the training materials, that they would like to cascade to the students or whoever is joining. So these are two areas where I'm primarily, engaging CISA with.
Wow. Okay, my last question for the professional journey round. What advice would you give to young cybersecurity professionals?
See, I mean, there's no shortcut. Very simple. You have to invest time, with that subject. If you know the subject in depth, and then you can win the marathon. Just having English and not having knowledge, I mean, you can win the sprint, but not the marathon. So, and if any youngsters who feel that cybersecurity is their the area they would like to play, then get into the depth, understand things in depth, and then take it forward.
Wow, beautiful. So now let's go to the next round, the personal round, and understand Ravi as a person. Can you share a bit about your family and your formative years, Ravi?
So, family at present, my wife and my two daughters, one in 11th and another one 6th. So, that's what family is. And of course, formative years, I think I would mention about when I was going to study my master's in computers. So, my mother had said one key thing that you're not going for studies. I said, then what I'm going for? She said, she's told me that this study is not study. This will make or break your life. So you are going for penance. You're going for tapasya. You know that was the that literally clicked in my head, and I didn't have much background about computers. I knew only some DOS and FoxPro commands at that point in time. But I went there and studied in Bangalore, and I got eighth rank in the entire state of Karnataka. So that was a quite, one statement completely shifts, your focus. I think that was the important aspect to highlight.
Your mother said a very profoundly, she guided that statement, which I'm also, it has shaken me. Yes, education is important, and how much you are going, your preparations, which will help you for your
Correct.
lifetime.
So
So,
yes,
like tapasya penance, wow, beautiful. But this is my, what do you say, yeah, memories of this coffee conversation. So, thank you to your mother.
decided. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, Ravi, how do you relax and unwind after a demanding day?
See, meditation is very core to me, and of course, some of the gardening in my balcony, and also I teach my daughters. So they think that I'm teaching, which I am, but actually I'm relaxing in that whole process. So these are the couple of tricks I apply, just to relax, because it's
Wow.
not a it's not a fan switch or the bulb switch that you switch off, it relax, it just takes time, so I think these are tips I apply to relax myself.
Wow. So, are there any memorable experience from your travel for work or family visits?
I think we travel less. We have been traveling less. I think we need to improve upon. But yes, I think whenever we travel, either we go to hometown or to some natural places. So I think recently I went to one of the national park. I think Pench National Park. It was very profound memories of seeing tigers and all. And I was amazed that for me all tigers are same. I can't differentiate. The people who are working there, they can say, oh, this is they knew by name. So again, it's how much time you have invested or spent in that area that know you can recognize, oh, this is this tiger, this is a Lakshmi tiger, this is that tiger. That was quite an eye opener that they know by name.
Wow. So, Ravi, you have traveled to different countries. So, how the food preferences has evolved of yours over the years?
See, I mean, I'm a vegetarian mostly, so I think I have not changed much of my habits. It's just that I have found more opportunity to find this in each culture, and you will be amazed to know that the way we have puri sabji, in
Mhm.
China also they make puri. It's just that they call it differently. So unless you know it, you can't tell that you want to order puri because they don't understand by puri, right? So, but I had eaten puri in China. They make it in the same way the way we make it, and it's just that they call it something else. And I have found Indian restaurants everywhere, wherever I've gone, even in Budapest, or Romania, uh, Mexico, everywhere. I mean, otherwise you are just dependent on some sandwich and juices, but you mostly will find Indian restaurants all over the world.
Wow.
It's just that you have
Okay.
to put some effort to find out, but you will find.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So, Ravi, do you have any favorite books or shows that reflect your interest in technology?
So I think I have been bad in this area because I have, apart from technical books that I used to read during college days and all, after that I have not been reading books. But a few, two key things I would like to share. One is that the meditation I practice. My spiritual mother said that you have to read your own books. So I've spent a lot of time apart from work introspecting within, and it helps a lot, in just if I have to take some decision, I don't know what is the optimal or the right decision to take, because there are a lot of complexities. You have never faced such situations, so just spending time with your own self, that helps. That gives you clarity that what decision you want to take, what is the most optimal decision which meets the business expectation as well, it doesn't hurt someone, So that is one thing I would like to share. And recently, I think I'm learning from my daughter, elder one. She is very good in finding which book to read, and she has found some recently ikigai and all those things. Those I'm learning from her. So apart from that, I think I need to do more work in this directions as we go forward.
Wow. Okay. Uh, so, what are your plans for 2025, personal and professional?
2025, to be honest, we haven't set plan as of now, but of course, whatever we decide, the family will do it together, because when you are together, the fulfillment and the satisfaction that we get, that doesn't come, in a journey alone. So whatever we decide, it will be spending some way, some time or somewhere together, to so that we learn from each other and we spend time with each other in this hectic job where the quality of time is very important, right? So are you there, mentally? Are you there? Is your attention there or somewhere else? So I think that's what we will do in 2025, though yet to freeze the real plan.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, how do you stay connected with your friends in spite of your busy schedule?
I think WhatsApp, LinkedIn, these are the two good mechanism, because chat, I think, is a really good one in the current working busy schedule everyone is going through, right? Because someone is working for some US client, someone is working for UK client. So I think even Telegram, Telegram is also, it's an Indian app. It's doing pretty well. So I think these are some mechanisms. Chat is better than a phone call, because people can see and respond at their own convenience.
Wow. So, now, Ravi, what personal qualities do you think have been key to your career success?
I think focus in whatever you do, doing it with sincerity. As I said, I didn't know much of computer when I went to do masters in computer. I had a physics background and went to study um, computers, and with the grace of God and parents' grace, I did well in that. So that sincerity is other aspect, I would say, and maybe some synonyms, but it's worth to call out those synonyms because those are close to my heart. dedication, devotion. So these are the four words I would use. Focus, sincerity, dedication, devotion. That whatever you do it with these qualities, and then you will get it. You will get what you want to achieve.
Okay. So one more googly. Describe Ravi in one line.
I think focused with optimal behavior. Because in this job or any even social or issues as well, you take a stand on some point, some subject, right? Some decision that okay, this is the way it should be because it's the best for all of us. But you also need to ensure that this stand lands appropriately on the other side, right? So I would say focused with optimal behavior. That's what I've been trying to do. I don't know, others can tell how much I have succeeded, but I think that's what I would
Wow.
explain about myself in one line.
Beautiful. Now let's enjoy this rapid fire round. You're a morning person or night owl?
Morning, but after cybersecurity, it all depends.
I know. Okay. Your go-to comfort food?
Aloo paratha.
Wow. Wow, with dahi chutney. That-
Yes.
me also. Okay. So we'll have this aloo paratha when you're in Mumbai.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, your go-to productivity tool?
Tool, I think some of the same solutions.
Tea or coffee?
A tea.
Okay, let's do it. Best piece of advice you have ever received?
Sorry, say again, please.
Best piece of advice you have received?
As I said, my mother's when I was going for college.
Yeah, don't repeat otherwise I'll get more emo- Yeah, that is, I agree, true, very true. Okay. Uh, your dream location to live?
I think I'm at my dream location, Pune.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
after
wow.
spending a lot of time abroad, I wanted to be in India, and I think this is a good place to live in. So, yeah,
Wow. Your favorite color?
blue
Wow. Oh, me too. Your favorite song?
song. I don't recollect.
You'll
I
have to
think
ask your
Brazil.
daughters.
I think Brazil song I love most.
Wow. Okay. So you did well. This book will be delivered,
Thank you
autographed.
so much. Thanks a
And
lot.
please go through. So, friend, it was a lovely conversation we had with Ravi Bhushan, understanding how he's tackling global cybersecurity challenges, building resilient teams, and his personal motivations. Uh, do follow what his mother has given him, the best piece of advice, which is very true for everyone. And there are many more insights he has shared and his proudest moments. So, if you want to be featured as a guest speaker, visit our website, theemergingindiaforum.com. Fill in the form, our team will connect with you. We have over 250 plus episodes with different subject experts and topics. It will inspire you, and we can meet over coffee and have coffee conversation. So take care. We meet soon. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Amir. Thanks for such an engaging conversation. Really appreciate that. I also learned a lot while interacting with you, engaging with you, and I look forward to have more interactions and engagement as we move forward. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks to you and to your entire team.